welcome to Story Time. On this very special Christmas episode of the White Jesus Show, I'm going to be telling the story of Santa Claus. Santa Claus, lots of people know about this character, and what I have for you tonight is the story of Santa Claus. Back in the day, people celebrated Christmas much like we do now, except there was no Santa Claus. People had their Christmas trees, exchanged wrapped gifts on Christmas Day. There was just no Santa Claus. Once upon a time, in an olden town named Pole, filled with mostly white people, the people there loved Christmas. There was a fella who lived in the town named Santos. Now, Santos was a ladies' man, and not very moral either. He would lie down with a lady even if she was married. That's a sin. This scoundrel Santos had a very special, desirable member, and word traveled around the town. Soon he was sleeping with almost all the wives in town. It was Pole's dirty little secret. He had a certain strategy for cheating, because they didn't have Uber Cheats back then. Uber Cheats. Cheat on your wife with the push of a button. Santos would often climb down chimneys to get into the house. Plus, many of his ladies had a dirty chimney sweep fetish. And he was the best cheater in all the land. He had never gotten caught. Once. But that all changed one fateful night. One night, one of Santos' dirty little nymphos, Martha, arranged for him to come over. Her husband, Mark, was fast asleep in bed, so she asked him to go ahead and slide through the chimney. It was Christmas time, and there was a Christmas tree lighted up in the living room. She was going to meet him dressed up in an oversized red robe with white lining, and nothing else. So Santos entered Martha's chimney that night, if you know what I'm saying, and got down to business right next to the Christmas tree. That's despicable. Now, Martha thought her husband was passed out drunk off booze. He was not. He was just riding out some wicked psychedelic mushrooms, and he was just laying in bed in some other dimension. But he roused and started making his way downstairs in a trippy psychedelic haze. Santos was behind Martha, so he heard the footsteps first, because he was behind her. They both panicked. Santos pulled out of Martha and threw on the first piece of clothing he saw, the oversized red robe with white lining, with matching nightcap. Then Santos grabbed up all of his clothes and stuffed them underneath the robe. His socks were thrown clear during the dirty act of adultery, and one hung from an exposed nail over the fireplace. Martha just hid behind the Christmas tree, completely nude, of course. Now Mark, the husband, looked upon the odd scene before him. At this point, he was tripping crazy balls. He saw his beautiful Christmas tree. Mark loved Christmas. He also saw a fat man in a red and white robe, with one of the Christmas presents held in front of his crotch. Mark smiled, because he was super chillin', and said, "Hey, magical man, I love Christmas. Look at my tree, with the lights that look like stars, man. Oh, and if you think about it, and it's like a star, and then you think about the universe, it's crazy. I love you, man." Santos could easily tell this man was tripping balls, and he used that fact to his advantage. Santos said, "Yeah, I'm a magical Christmas man. I come down the chimney and leave gifts under the tree." Mark's eyes were filled with childlike joy and wonder. He looked at Santos and saw a big fat man with a white beard, because in Mark's particular psychedelic trip, everybody had white beards. "What's your name?" asked Mark. Santos replied, My name is my name is Santa Claus, because he had claw marks on his face from Martha from their ungodly coitus. Mark smiled. Wow, so you come down the chimney and leave presents? Is that present for me? Mark pointed at Santos's crotch. Oh, no, this isn't for you. This is for your wife, replied a quick thinking Santos. Mark continued. Oh, cool, man. Hey, where do you live? North Pole, said Santos. Mark asked, well, how the hell do you get here from the North Pole? Santos was trying to think quick on his feet. A sled. A flying one. Powered by flying reindeers, replied Santos. Mark was shocked. Oh my god, that's fucking crazy. This is the coolest thing ever, dude. Hey, what's with the sock over the fireplace? And Santos thought quickly. I put presents in those too. Like tinier presents and maybe some candy and nuts and shit. Mark sat down on the couch, taking in the fantastical story. Well, Mr. Santa Claus, this all seems completely crazy. And I believe every single word of it. Santos sighed in relief. So you give everyone in town presents on Christmas? Asked Mark. Santos thought for a second about how many women in town he was having affairs with, then replied, yeah, most everybody in town. And then Mark asked Santos, hey, do you want anything to eat, man, or drink? Santos thought about it for a second. Do you have milk and cookies? And that's why we leave milk and cookies for Santa today. And from that day forward, Santos used this Santa Claus routine to continue sleeping with all the ladies in town. And he started feeling guilty. Maybe it was wrong to sleep with all these men's wives. So Santos checked himself into sex addiction rehab and found Jesus. But he continued sliding down chimneys every Christmas, delivering presents to families he now needed to pay restitution to. The legend of Santa Claus took off like Justin Bieber, and soon word was all around and spreading every year. Sometimes on Christmas Eve, parents will play the role of Santa for the kids. Sometimes it may actually be a guy sneaking in and fucking your wife. Whatever your Santa Claus experience is, enjoy your Christmas, unless you're a Jew. Wait, well, I'm not saying that like Jews can't celebrate Christmas. I just mean like whatever you do, you know? Happy holidays from the White Jesus Show. All holidays. Jew holidays, Muslims, and the other ones. The Chinamen. I apologize. I don't think you're supposed to say Chinamen anymore. The Chinese. Whatever you are and whatever you celebrate, enjoy that. We can all enjoy our holidays together as well as differently. The more you know. And that was story time.